So, you're quite certain you want to build a new home. You found a lot, it's got a great view, but what next? Well, let's spend some time with our friend at Brownhaven Homes and learn about all the ins and outs of building your dream home.
So, we are here today with Jocelyn Napier with Brownhaven Homes. And we are just so thankful for you to take this time with us and walk us through some of the options about new construction.
Great.
And really, thank you for taking some time with us today. How long have you guys actually been in business? How long have you been building?
All right, good question, because this is our 20th year.
Wow.
So it's pretty impressive. John Allen is our founder. He's in Blairsville, Georgia. That's kind of where we started, at small town Georgia, and just grew from there. So we have offices in like Ellijay and Silva and Hiawassee. Now we have this amazing Asheville office. We are also very involved with our local community. We are sponsors for the Tourist Stadium. We were just at the Apple Festival last weekend. Last year we donated close to $300,000. Every employee gets to donate every year. Every homeowner gets to choose a charity to donate to as well. It's pretty impressive.
Wow. So stewardship means something to you guys, huh?
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, that's neat to know, because a lot of people only think about themselves, but you're thinking about the community too.
Yes.
That's neat.
Our core values are all over the walls in our showrooms here, and the first one is we care more, and that really does make a difference. When we have happy homeowners that allow tours in their homes that have already moved in, they'll open their door if we have prospective buyers that want to see that floor plan. That really does speak volumes.
That is phenomenal. Someone's owned a home for 10 years, they've had 2 or 3 homes, they've had a variety of options, and they're at this point in life where they're going, you know what, we're tired of all these ups and downs and having to fix and repair things, and they make the decision, you know what, well, let's build something new. Let's take it from the ground floor. Walk us through some of the options. What's the first step when someone's really looking to build a house up in this area?
So I would say the first step would probably be finding a suitable property. So we do recommend working with a realtor that understands land, knows what to look for, what to avoid. Building in the mountains can be challenging, and so making sure that they have someone advocating for them to show them a lot that is suitable for a home.
So if they find something, so it's got a good elevation and looks like good views, should they buy it first, or should they work with a builder? Is it buildable? What do they need to take into consideration?
Once you get under contract, that's really the time to set up a site evaluation before you purchase the property. So that's when we can let you know what the site costs are associated with putting the house that you want on the lot. It might be a good idea to come on in even before that, when you're in this exploratory phase of looking for lots, to come and sit down. We can go over our plans and our process. Maybe we have a couple different plans in mind that you like, and then we'll figure out which one is best once we know where it's going. Is a ranch, 2,000 or 3,000 square foot one level going to work, or are you going to need a smaller footprint associated and consider a 2-story house? Based on the lot that you find, a lot of times we need to get back to the drawing board once that lot is identified. Fall in love with something, but there's no way we're going to fit a 3,000 square foot one level house on it.
So the consultation is important to understand. Does the house you have picked out, is it going to fit on that lot?
I would say about 50% of the people that we meet with the first time don't have that land identified. A lot of them already know, hey, I've got some land I've been wanting to build on for a while, ready to get this started. But if they don't have land, that's okay. We actually have a land specialist program at Brownhaven that once we figure out the plan that you want, and put down your deposit, we'll actually introduce you to them to really take the reins and find you the property that's going to work for the house that you want to build.
Wow.
That's a new program for us, but we've had great success with that. And otherwise, keep looking. As long as you do trust your realtor that they are showing you, suitable properties to actually put a house on. And then once you get under contract on that property, that's when you want to set up the site evaluation. So then we get boots on the ground, the builders out there, our general managers out there, and we bring the grader and shoot the grades properly, get a better understanding of access to the property, how that driveway is going to work. If it is a basement, how that bench cut is going to work. And then we update the site numbers accordingly based on that discovery. So then you're at a crossroads of yay or nay. Once you understand what the site costs are associated with putting the house that you want on the lot, you would then decide, is this affordable? Is this the right lot? Yes or no before you purchase the lot. It gives you that additional information.
There's a lot involved here, a lot more that meets the eye. Is the owner going to have to do all of these things, or is this something that Brownhaven will come up and help manage all the way through?
We definitely handle all of it. We're very turnkey. We will actually pull the septic permit. A lot of builders don't do that. We'll handle the well. If you need a septic and a well, we'll handle all of that, power, etc. So even if you're in an HOA, we will handle that approval process with you, and so you're not on your own trying to figure everything out. We really do specialize in long distance building because a lot of our clients aren't local. We want to make this as stress-free and seamless for you as possible.
That is very, very important. So again, there's a lot of variables with this, but give us a general time frame. Let's say someone's got a 2,000 square foot house that they've selected, and we've got maybe a 2-acre lot. Mm-hmm. From the time the site prep is done, decided, hey, we can build here, what kind of interval are we looking at for move-in, do you think?
We have 2 phases, the pre-construction phase for fine-tuning and adjusting, followed by the build phase. Both of those phases combined, we are working with a total of 8 to 10 months. Like if you came to me today, we designed a home to your liking and you already had land identified, that would start that clock. The actual build time is shorter than you think, about 6 months. But getting to that can take some time, especially if there is going to be HOA approval. Sometimes they only meet every 6 weeks. Then they decide they want stone added, to the base of the house, or they want a painted garage, and they have to get back garage door. You have to get back together to revisit before you get that approval. Or maybe there's an issue with a septic permit, and we need to figure out the best way to work around that. So there can be delays, or maybe someone has to sell their house and they're not able to sell their house, financing delays. But generally speaking, 8 to 10 is what we consistently see start to finish. If you came in today ready to go, you'd have your keys within 8 to 10 months for the new house. Considering
all the steps that are involved, that's really a pretty manageable time frame.
Absolutely. It actually happens faster than you think.
Yeah.
There's excitement of getting everything dialed in when you are picking and choosing cabinets, countertops, and flooring. And then we have a home story app that we set up for the buyer that once we break ground, there's photo album steps along the way that even if you're not in Asheville during the build, you can follow the build weekly with updates with the builder on the app to really see kind of what's going on with trim, drywall, electrical work, when things are getting installed with cabinets and countertops, etc.
It's funny, you can find some homes in a good location, but let's face it, they need a massive update. Renovation projects can take some time too, can't they?
Absolutely. Time and more money than initially budgeted, I would say.
There's usually a lot of hidden surprises in remodels, aren't there?
Oh, for sure, definitely. A lot of times people want to just, take down a wall to open up the kitchen. The next thing you know, there's knob and tube wiring that is no longer to code that has to be, switched out, or there's a plumbing issue, or they didn't know that it was load bearing. Even repainting the exterior of a house can turn into a domino effect of, rotted wood that was infested with termites at one time. And even though they're not active, you've got to replace the siding on the whole front of the house when you were just trying to paint it.
Yeah. So and then of course you have to deal with, if you're remodeling and you bought the house, you have to live through the remodeling phase, right. And that's quite an interruption, isn't it?
Absolutely. Living without a kitchen, it's just a whole nother thing that people don't always really consider the time associated with a remodel until they're really in it, and then there's no end in sight.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things is, of course, about our industry is when you're buying a home, it's the biggest asset you're ever going to have.
Right.
And I would venture to say that probably new construction like this is going to outpace, from a value perspective, legacy homes. Is that reasonable, or what?
Yes.
What do you guys see with appreciation in new homes?
Like the base price, because it already includes such a quality finished home. From when you sign with me today until the house is finished in 8 to 10 months, you've already got appreciation that is growing in that house before it's even finished. Our houses appraise well. You have instant equity in the house when the house is finished. And if you're thinking about long-term value, I would definitely say that overall, new construction is going to be the better investment because you're getting a new home versus an old home. It's going to already be fitted with modern amenities, appliances, upgraded, flooring and plumbing and wiring, and that value is going to hold strong for a long time.
Can we take a look at let's take a look at a property. I know we got this up here on the screen, this Cedar Cliff. Tell us about this house.
So we have over 40 architecturally designed floor plans. And, we have some of them for everyone. If you're looking for something that's around 1,000 square feet or over 3,000 square feet. Any of our one-level homes can be put on a basement. Even our two-story homes can be put on a basement. We have 3 different basement options: an unfinished basement, a partially finished basement, and a fully finished basement. The square footage can even, be double. If you're going with a 3,000 square foot ranch, that could be up to 6,000 square feet, etc. If you're looking for about a 2,000 square foot house, this is one that we can kind of jump into here. The Cedar Cliff, it's 2,053 square feet, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage. It does have that courtyard garage on it, and then the bedroom number 2 could also be considered like a flex space. So there's open doors off of the foyer, and you can decide if you want to have those glass doors and make that more of a study, or keep that full wall as a foyer there. A lot of flexibility with new construction and a lot of customization. And so you can kind of see where we start and then where we can go from there.
I'm going to speculate that one of the nice things about having a plan like this is that it's already been tested.
Absolutely.
It's been tweaked, so you know where the hidden problems are, and you realize, hold it, cabinet needs to go here. And
yes, definitely. And even in this breakfast nook here, a lot of people extend their kitchen cabinets and make that an extension of their kitchen. And then just have one, dining table versus a breakfast table and a dining table. All of our Select line homes they also include a fireplace and a cathedral ceiling, fiber cement siding, 2x6 framing, tiled shower in the owner's bathroom, laminate flooring, lots of upgrades, bells and whistles, so to speak. With that cathedral ceiling that's included in the great room, you can turn that 90 degrees and add a vaulted covered porch on any of our one-level homes.
Wow.
So then you've got that continuous vault from the great room to the covered porch off the back. The covered porch also includes tongue groove ceiling.
So all that can really be done here in the design studio, right?
Yes.
Sit down, you can visualize and see it. Okay.
Absolutely. It really is a fun process for our homeowners. They really get to use their creativity and imagination and put together the home that's going to be perfect for them.
All right. So this is a really nice floor plan. Let's take a look at the exterior. What are options from an exterior standpoint?
Great question. So our Select line includes 3 different elevation styles, starting with the traditional exterior, which is going to be a little bit more of a simplified version, the mountain aesthetic, which is going to, kind of be more craftsman in your mind, craftsman columns, maybe an open truss entry with stone base or stone columns. And then the 3rd elevation style is the farmhouse, which is, it's been growing in popularity the last 10 years, that board and batten exterior style with, metal roof overhangs, etc.
So we're in here, they've selected the house. You guys can really do everything from design all the way up to handling the mortgage, getting all the financing together?
Yes, that is correct. So not only are we handling the site preparation, but we're also taking the reins on the financing as well. We have a lender partner, Impeccable Lending, and they're fantastic. And we have amazing finance programs available for our buyers.
So they're gonna have to buy the lot. And once the lot's done, it's basically once they're approved and got a contract with you.
That's right. We will schedule the site evaluation first and foremost. And then once those lot numbers are approved, then we will introduce you to our interior designer for a 3-part meeting to really pick and choose cabinets, countertops, and flooring. We cater in lunch, make sure you take your time with all of those fun decisions. And then we'll have your final pre-construction meeting, which is the last meeting before the build. That's when we make sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, no more questions about anything. And 14 days prior to the dig is when we lock in that price. We are a fixed price builder.
Wow.
And so versus a lot of other builders that are cost plus, they leave open-ended, unknown budget amounts for certain selections that are yet to be determined. We want to make sure that we've got everything already picked out down to the grout color and the doorknob before that final meeting.
Well, this is definitely a beautiful home. I think it's a great illustration of the options that you guys have. So, Jocelyn, listen, I greatly appreciate this.
My pleasure.
There's no question in my mind that we've got folks that are going to become calling on you, and I hope to bring them in so we can get them in their dream home. So
that would be fantastic. I can't say enough good things about Brownhaven Homes and our fixed price guarantee, our team in place, and our happy customers. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you.